Hello everybody, welcome to 1111 Butterfly Effect. Thank you all for joining my Divine Spirit, the Oracles, and I here at the table. And as promised, although it is delayed, but still we are very excited to present to you 1111 Butterfly Effect's very first published Oracle deck. Yes! Thank you. Thank you, and that means this is 1111 Butterfly Effects Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road Oracle Deck Reveal. Thank you very much, right? Yes, most of you are familiar with my own decks that I co-created with my Divine Spirit. The Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road and the NSYNC Twin Flame Connection deck, along with my music playlists. I have 3 of these. One I use most often. At any rate, this right here is this deck. Gone to print. 1111 Butterfly Effects, very first published Oracle deck. And that is what this reveal is all about. And just sit back. We're going to whip through this, try and make this a quick reveal here for you, and introduce our very first published Oracle deck. We're here to share it with you. And again, most of you are familiar with these decks that I use for clarity and confirmation in some of my messages, some of my channeled messages. Well, these decks were definitely co-created with my Divine Spirit and my Twin Flame guides, my archangels, my loved ones, ancestors, whoever wanted to jump in the bandwagon and help create these decks. They came to fruition. And lo and behold, our first one has gone to print and is now a published Oracle deck. And this is our Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road Oracle deck. Yes. We are excited to share this with you. And, on a next level up, we're going to just real quickly share with you how this came to light. As you can tell by the name of our deck, Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road Oracle deck. Kind of inspired, not based on, but inspired by my all-time favorite childhood classic movie. Okay, that was like my original inspiration, and definitely that Dorothy girl, she sure did take a journey, didn't she? But the Yellow Brick Road became the main focus and main inspiration for this particular Oracle deck. Note the image on the front of all the cards in this deck is the image of a yellow brick road. It's not a brick wall, people. It is a yellow brick road. I mean, just look at the lay of the bricks, okay? And you can see, right? Perspective is everything, indeed. So basically, the original inspiration was from that favorite childhood movie, which I won't mention, but we all know which movie I'm talking about. Because it really isn't based on the movie. The Yellow Brick Road, the journey of that Yellow Brick Road became the main inspiration for this deck. Just to go into a brief explanation of what this deck is, right? Predominantly, we created this as a Twin Flame Journey deck. used, you know, with or without oracle decks, but predominantly we use this to for clarity and confirmation. So we created it as a twin flame journey deck, but it can be used in all forms of divination and tarot card reading. It can be used as a daily inspirational to give you daily inspiration or give you a daily check-in of the energy or status of your journey. It can be equally accurate and used with or without other decks. I often use this and the other with other oracle decks. It can be used, like I said, by itself as a daily throwdown to give you just a daily shot, a daily dose of energy. It does have a sister deck, like I said, and that sister deck will be going to print very soon and be published before summer, hopefully. We're heading towards that. It's going to be quick. That doesn't really leave us a lot of time to prepare for the sister deck, but that will be coming out in the near future. Going to the back side of the images, curves and all, everything means something, okay? It's all about the divine path. And if you'll see, each back side of the card has a more animated version of the yellow brick road, and the path does change and alternate, go in different directions. As you see, it is heading in a different direction, right? And, again, it's all about the journey, and the journey does take turns and curves, and has curves and uphills and downhills, and so on and so forth. And therein lies the curves and the signature yellow brick road here on the backside, that it does change. Your journey changes all the time, but your path is always well lit. Hence the yellow brick road, that is bright as the sun shines. Definitely. So that is basically the origin and how this deck came to life, being co-created with my divine spirit, and again, twin flame guides and archangels. Anybody who wanted to join in any of my divine spirits, oracles, and ascended masters, loved ones, ancestors that wanted to join in and help co-create this deck. Moving forward, this is a 52 card deck. There are 54 cards in the deck, but 2 of the cards are not part of the reading deck. 2 of the cards are our title deck. Take this off here. Our title deck, Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road Oracle deck by yours truly, presented by 1111 Butterfly Effect. Actually says 54 card deck there, but it is going to be corrected and say 52 card deck because the actual reading deck is 52 cards. So we need to be specific. The second of the last 2 cards that make up the 54 cards is our copyright card. Our thank yous, dedications, and our PS, guess what? Love wins. Always, right? So, even though there are 54 cards in the deck, 2 of the cards are not part of the reading deck. Okay? So we'll set these aside. And getting to the deck itself, there are 4 parts to each deck. Okay? Or excuse me, there are 4 parts to each card. Let me be clear. There are 4 parts to each card here. Let me see if you can get a good look at that. Okay? And we'll go through some of the cards. We won't go through all of them because I'm going to start using them in a message that I'm going to post right after this deck reveal. So the 4 parts to each card are the number, the card title, the 2 defining words, okay, very pretty much highlighted and distinctive all by themselves, okay, and then the 4th part to each card are the trigger words. Yes, I said trigger words, people, but these aren't to necessarily trigger something bad. These are trigger words to trigger your intuition as a reader or as just someone who's dropping cards for yourself, to trigger you intuitively to see what divine messages come through just by looking at those words, just by reading those words out loud, or just by simply thinking and looking at these words. They'll trigger a divine message if it needs to come through. So again, there are 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 parts to each card. The card number, the card title, which will be right below the number on every card, the 2 defining words, which defines this card title, basically. On a real basic level, most of them are just self-explanatory. Some you got to think a little deeper, but the 2 defining words define the card title. And then the trigger words, again, are meant to trigger you intuitively to bring forth divine messages that need to come through at that particular moment you pull this card. Soulmate is number 5. And what is number 5 in numerology? It's all about change. And soulmate, we're talking destined, people, okay? This is it. Make no mistake where you are, right? This is it. This is destined. This is your soulmate, right? So that's how the cards are read. There are 4 parts to each card. The number, the card title, the 2 defining words, and the trigger words in the middle. And here we have 11 is the number. And in numerology, 11 represents master messenger. So there we go. Decisions. Wishes come true. Decisions, right? And your trigger words in the middle. Disclosure, fixed number, twin flames, ascending, angelic, hopes, dreams. Those trigger words, again, are supposed to trigger you intuitively to bring forth the divine messages that need to come through at that particular moment. Now, within each of those 4 parts of the card, of each card, there is things that it correlates and corresponds to. There are 4 types of divination that these cards correspond and correlate with. So, again, there are 4 parts to each card: the number, the card title, the 2 defining words, and the trigger words that trigger you intuitively to bring messages forth. Within those 4 parts, there are 4 types of divination within each card that correlates and corresponds to these 4 types, these words and numbers, the words, the numbers, the card title, the trigger words, the defining words, they all correlate and correspond in one form or another with 4 types of divination. We're talking numerology, twin flame journey, oracle, okay? Oracles, astrology, the zodiacs, okay, that's 3, and tarot cards, tarot divination, okay? All of these 4 types of divination are intermixed in one form or another, in one part or another, of each card. Whether it's intermixing between the numbers and the words, the numbers and the category of zodiac sign or zodiac trait, okay, or tarot card order. Let's say, for instance, okay, number 1 in my deck is self-love. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Probably not. But anyway, number 1 is self-love. And number 1 in numerology is a masculine number. It's an odd number, right? Which makes it masculine, because all the odd numbers are masculine. So here we have number 1 representing the masculine. In tarot, number 1 represents the magician. So there is some correlation again in these, in the mix of these cards, whether it's, correlates or corresponds to numerology, the twin flame journey, the oracles, astrology or the zodiac signs themselves, astrology, zodiac traits, signs, and tarot card divination. So again, this deck of oracle cards, each card has 4 parts: the card number, the card title, the defining words, and the trigger words. And each card, each part of those cards, okay, you follow me? Each part of these cards correlate either to numerology, twin flame journey oracles, astrology and the zodiac signs, or tarot divination. Are you following me, people? So, brings to the next question. How do we read these cards, right? How do we read the cards? Well, the first thing you do is you look at the number, okay? 13. Now, in numerology, 13 breaks down to a 4, right? And 4 represents what in numerology, right? Good question. Well, in numerology, 4 represents, stability, perseverance, okay? Stability, perseverance. It also represents manifestation, okay? The magician represents manifestation. 4 in tarot is a twin flame number. So, without going through all the cards, I'm sure that you kind of can get the gist of this oracle deck. Here, we have the number 24. It breaks down to 6, and 6 is all about love, home, and family. And here we have, as one of the, where's my wand? Oh, here it is. Home, as one of the trigger words. So 24 breaks down to a 6, and one of the defining words in numerology of number 6 is home. Okay? Acceptance, confirmation, embraced. Okay? Definitely these 2 defining words define acceptance. This is a great example. The 2 defining words in simple forms or more noticeable form, it defines the card title. Moving forward. So, again, back to how we read the card, right? You read the number first, 24. That breaks down to 6. In numerology, we just went through all that. The second thing you do is you read the word acceptance. Acceptance correlates with the twin flame journey, right? Yeah. Acceptance. We got to allow it. We got to accept it. We got to align with it, right? Attract it to receive it, right? Acceptance. Confirmation, embrace. When you accept the journey, you are confirming, you're embracing it, you're letting go, you're following the divine plan, right? So, first thing you read the number, second thing you read the card title, third thing you read are the two defining words. Acceptance is definitely confirmation, embraced. You accept it. And then lastly, you read the trigger words, and these are optional to read out loud. Okay? You can just think them in your head. You can say them out loud. But these words are optional part of the reading, and they are meant to trigger you, the reader, and or the, whoever's dropping the card, to trigger you intuitively to see what divine messages come through. So again, real simple way how this deck works. But it's a quadruple. It's a bonus deck. I mean, you have 4 parts to this deck, okay, right? The 4 parts, the card number, the card title, the 2 defining words, and the intuitive trigger words. 4 parts to each card, and each card represents 4 types of divination. Numerology, twin flame journey, the oracles, the astrology, zodiac signs, and astrology traits, and tarot divination, tarot card reading. So this is like a quadruple bonus deck, I call it. It's my bonus deck, right? But that's how you use it. You read the numbers first, then you read the card title, then you read the 2 defining words, and then lastly, the optional trigger words to help trigger you intuitively to bring forth divine messages that need and want to come through. So pretty much, in a nutshell, that's our deck. And we want to let you know that now that we have this deck printed and published, we will be putting this on the website for sale. But in the meantime, for the month of January, and there's definitely some not so pleasant cards in here. 34 rejection. Okay, 34 is 7. 34 breaks down to a 7, right? 7 is all about personal and spiritual growth, right? Rejection is a lesson. Abandonment and release, right? Definite, powerful words here that come through and that bring forth the messages that you need to hear in that particular moment. 36 breaks down to a 9. That's completion. Focus, defined, clear vision, success. Yeah, when you have focus and clear vision, you have success. Trigger words, distinction, focal point, fuzzy, blurry, foggy, unencumbered, compassionate. Let me tell you, the only way to really get the feel of these cards is to have the deck in your hot little hands, really. Here's another. 10, balance. 10 is all about endings and new beginnings, right? 10 is completion. 10 breaks down to 1. That's new beginnings. Balance is all about alignment, right? When you go to the auto place, you get your tires aligned, you get them balanced. Can't drive down the road smooth without your car aligned, right? So I hope you do at least enjoy watching me use this deck. And if you're interested, all the information for this deck will be in the description box below. And as I began to say, we are going to be having this deck going up to purchase on the website. But until it's up on the website, we are going to be having a pre-sale for the rest of the month of January. So to take advantage of our pre-sale, find our email in the description box below the title of this video. Email us and place your order for, 1 deck, 2 decks, how many decks you want, and to take advantage of this pre-sale. The pre-sale is going to be 20% off and free shipping. That's an awesome deal. Regularly, the decks are $25.99 or $29.99 if you want the awesome velvet pouch. Okay? So you get to take 20% off, and again, it's free shipping, people. All right? So that's pretty much $5 off the cost plus free shipping. I don't think you can beat that deal, right? For this awesome, awesome deck. And remember, love wins. 49, karmic. Yeah, love wins, cycles end, people. Let it go, okay? And get yourself grounded. Because you are a beautiful soul. Again, 52, that breaks down to 7. The holiest number in the bunch, people. So, again, this is a limited supply on the pre-sale, so please take advantage of this pre-sale. All the information for the pre-sale will be in the description box below the title of this video. I hope you did enjoy this deck reveal, and there's going to be more coming up. We're going to upload, we're going to do a quick energy, directional guidance check-in, and we're going to post our January gift box giveaway announcement that is coming up. Finally, I had to take a rest. Everybody needs to take a rest once in a while, and this last couple weeks have been a zinger for me, so I'm finally getting back on board, back on the wagon again, back on the love train, and I'm here to stay. So I hope you enjoyed my deck reveal for 1111 Butterfly Effects, brand new, very first published Twin Flame Journey Yellow Brick Road Oracle deck. Get yours today. Take advantage of that pre-sale, people. Awesome, awesome deal. 20% off plus free shipping on this deck. And as soon as our sister deck is completed, we'll be letting you know about that. In the meantime, stay tuned for messages using this. And by the way, if I didn't mention it, these decks are definitely coming out at 98.9 to 99.8% accuracy on clarity and confirmation. And without a doubt, you should check this deck out. In the meantime, thank you for paying attention. Thank you for all your likes and subscribes. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And get on the love train with us, because we're here to stay. And, love grows here, right? That's what we're all about on this journey. So get on board. Till next time, stay safe out there, stay aware, and take care. Bye-bye.